Let's get started. You see in front of you a Venn diagram of three circles. The center of that Venn diagram is conversion to Jesus Christ. Our goal as seminary teachers, and me as an institute teacher, is to help our students along the process of conversion to Jesus Christ. When we are Christ-centered, scripture-based, and learner-focused, the likelihood of conversion to Jesus Christ is increased dramatically. One of the skills that we all can get better at is questions. On the 20th, I did a training on how to ask better questions and also how to get more response or participation from questions. I'm going to do a brief outline here of 1 Nephi 19 through 22. I start off with a readiness. I love readiness. It's a way to get your mind to think. It's a way to start getting them engaged and thinking differently and deeper about something they've already known. For example, think of a time when you felt forgotten or left out. We've all felt that before. We felt what it's like to be forgotten or left out. Now, choose a word to describe what you felt when you were forgotten or left out. Awesome. Now what I would do is I say, okay, students, a few of you, come to the board. Write the word on the board that came up. And someone might write, I felt alone. Someone else then comes up and says, I felt afraid. Now I know you might have a couple kids that write something that really doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it. That's not what you're concerned about. Now I would engage in questions. Remember, to get better participation and to ask good questions, you need to know what you're asking. Search questions, analyze questions, and apply questions. Now you have it on your screen here. We did our readiness. Now it's search. As you read 1 Nephi 19, 7 through 10, what do you think when you read about how Jesus is being treated? Talks about he's treated as something of no worth. The kids will think about it. And you'll say, what do you think about? Then it's an analyze. And then you say, what words on the board apply to what you were thinking about Jesus? Why did you choose that word? See, someone might say, oh, I think he felt alone, or he was afraid, or something like that. And why did you choose that word? Now what they're doing is they're not only searching, they're analyzing, and they're moving into the apply situation. And that's this one right here. What in the verse you read led you to that word? We are now Christ-centered, scripture-based, and learner-focused. In that very brief moment, I would continue on in that lesson and I would say, now remember class, Nephi is trying to help his family learn about and feel the love Jesus is offering. So search. As you read, class, 1 Nephi 21:14. Now remember, these are words of Isaiah. They're fun. But as you read 1 Nephi 21:14, replace the word Zion with your name or the name of someone you know who had felt forgotten or left out. And now they read, I can see that. And then you say, analyze, well, what did you learn about Jesus from that reading? And then you go, here's another analyze. What do you think Jesus wants you to know when he says, I have graven thee on the palms of my hands? Now, I did forget, that's in verse 16. But anyway, keep going. And then in another analyze, when Jesus says, thy walls are continually before me, this is his way of saying what? And then they apply. How has Jesus shown you that he has not forgotten you? I promise you that as you understand questions and as you get better, just try this. I've just given you a little model, but just try it this week if you can. Teachers, you can get better at questions. As you get better, you will be Christ-centered, scripture-based, and learner-focused.